Hey guys. Yo, Bitcoin maximalists and anarchists and all kinds of marginals and good people, yogis and stuff. Today is a good day, I think, to make a video since Bitcoin is falling. It's 21st today of November. And the price is around 82, even falling below 82. The top was 127 or something. So I decided to start a new video series, maybe, on philosophy. And this video in particular, I want to kind of dive deeper a little bit into the Bitcoin maximalist and why Bitcoin maximalist always wins. I have my little buddy here to help me, my little brother. So, Bitcoin maximalist, who is that? Well, first of all, Bitcoin maxi is anybody who is living or trying to live on Bitcoin standard and they understand the nature of fiat money, the circus world, the casino gulag system that we're living right now, the modern slavery and all that scary stuff. But why do Bitcoin Maxi always wins? Even though if you're a Bitcoin maximalist and you went through a couple of Bitcoin cycles, you would probably know this, but if it's your first cycle, it might feel like really painful when you see a 25% drop in Bitcoin or 10% in one day, like today. You know, people lose their stuff. People get liquidated. All the weak hands, short-term tourists, speculators, people who do leverage trades, all of them get washed out. You know, they lose everything. I heard stories about people betting everything and losing everything overnight. They've been saving money for 10 years and all that. But we're gonna stay away from those losers and unfortunate people. I'm really deeply sorry for them in a way. And I want to focus on Bitcoin Maxi's qualities. So, what sets the Bitcoin Maxi apart? Well, first of all, we're not chasing percentages. We're not trading on trends or trading at all. We're not panicking while Bitcoin is falling. We're happy because you can buy more, and that allows other people to get into good positions and accumulate more and get a discount. And you know, if there is nothing better to buy and to hold and to accumulate than Bitcoin, then there is nothing better. So we're not living in the moment. We're living in the future. Because why? Because we have 10%, 10-year horizon, 5-year horizon, year horizon. You know, you cannot lose. If you lose this one year, then you're gonna win the next year. If you lose today, you're gonna win tomorrow. And however today is bad, you always have this mindset, you develop this mindset, that tomorrow is going to be better than today. So we're betting against the system, we're playing against the system, we're building our lives on a sound, hard fundamentals of philosophy, and we're not affected by the hysterical behaviors of the crowds and masses. So we win because we're individuals. We're individuals armed with a philosophy. The masses want emotion. Maximalist wants freedom and sovereignty. The masses want instant gratification and gains. But the maximalist wants power over yourself, first of all, over your life, and then over the, whatever bubble you can blow around yourself. Like you're like a mage. You create this bubble around you, and reality kind of distorts. And this is a completely different biology of thinking. We're playing a long-term game. It's a marathon. We're always buying when the price is on the bottom. We're always buying also when the price is on the top. We never stop. If you have cash, if you have fiat, we keep buying. Of course, keep your money for your expensive. We all have to live in this messed up system, more or less. I have to also exchange satoshis for local currencies as I go travel the world. I have expenses and all that. So yeah, sure, take care of your budget, but keep stacking. Try to keep stacking, especially when you're in the accumulation phase. So another thing philosophically important, I think, is that maximalists win because the energy and the world kind of goes to where it's a cleaner, more transparent, and more straightforward dynamic. Right? Fiat, it's a rot. It's a tool of the system to make you into a slave, to basically create value out of nothing, and then the cost of money for you is zero, and then people on the bottom will starve more, but people on the top will become richer and more powerful, and they can now pay for all the brainwashing that's going on. So we're choosing diamond hands, we're choosing long-term accumulation strategy, we're choosing stoicism and Spartan behavior, Spartan life. Even though I am myself, I can say that I am the wealthiest as I ever been in my life. Still I'm on a very strict budget because and as soon as I'm making money, as soon as I'm producing value, and this value is given to me in the form of Bitcoin, best way, or in the form of fiat, which I will use to cover my expenses and then procure more Bitcoin. So why maximalist always wins? Why you will win if you adopt this mindset, this philosophy? It's not because of a good strategy, but because you will yourself embody the qualities of Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is what? It's independence, it's sovereignty, it's being steady and stable and reassured in yourself and in your knowledge, and understanding that it is power. And the more you have it, the more power you can accumulate and hold and protect, the more powerful you become yourself, right? And the more people who can do this, the stronger we all collectively will become. And just by being in this world, by this abiding by this philosophy, we are already changing it for the better. You know, the big idea, the new world order, is a utopian society. You know, we might never get there, but at least we should move there. We should strive to provide better lives, better education, better everything for everybody on this planet. If you're born on this planet, on the surface of this planet, you already have rights to everything on this planet. You know, you should have your share of this planet's wealth. And we're wealthy as never before in history. We can produce more, cheaper, better, faster. We're making more energy. We're making more power. We're making more stuff. You know, the only stuff that is not made more of is you, yourself, your individual self, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is only less. So the more you have of yourself, and the more you can hold Bitcoin, not for money gain, but for philosophical perspective on where this world is going, the faster we're gonna win. And we're gonna win because maximalists always win, right? Peace, patience. Take care.